Hey everybody, this is Skeleton. In this video, I'm going to reveal some gaps in each character's attack patterns and combos and show how you can use them to your advantage in a duel. In my example, I'd use Judgement for these counters, but every character is capable of them. Phalanx with his fast sides, Ryoku and Pure with their fast and balanced forwards. So first up is Phalanx. Let's go. The easiest and most known Phalanx fast counter is in between fast 3 and fast 4. This also acts as a pretty good grab opportunity, but you do that enough and people start to see it coming. Try to rely on hits more than grabs. Another fast counter is between fast 2 and fast 3. If they're using longsword, you need to count its 2 multi-hits before trying to counter yourself. If they're using the rapier, it can't multi-hit, so feel free to counter right away. Phalanx's washing machine balanced attack does high damage, but it also locks him up for a pretty long time. When he uses this one, you should either try to maneuver around him, or you can watch my timing and learn the window to counterattack it yourself. And onto Pure. Pure is going to be open to counterattacks between her second and third balanced attacks. This one also multi-hits twice, so be mindful of that when you're waiting to counterattack. This move can also be grabbed pretty consistently, so it's worth practicing to see if you can take any Pures off guard with it every now and then. You can also go for a counter right when her fast left ends, but this is pretty tough. Assuming they all connect, you need to count 4 multi-hits before countering this attack. I'd recommend only trying this one if you're pretty confident in your reaction time. Believe it or not, Pure is open for a split second in the middle of her balance right tier 2, when her sword is facing away from you. If you're desperately low on health, feeling lucky, or feeling suicidal, see if you can go for this counter. One last Pure move I see people struggling with is her tier 2 walking heavies. If you plan to counter these with an air, be absolutely sure you angle your attack to parry her sword, because failing to parry this will result in huge damage for you. Up next is Ryoku. Most Ryokus will try to keep you in a seemingly endless combo like this one, so I'll show you 3 potential openings in this series of attacks. Ryoku's most obvious opening is between fast 3 and fast 4. Be mindful of its 2 multi-hits before you decide to try to counter. Also, sorry for Redmund teleporting away from me in this example. You get the idea. There's also an opening in between fast 2 and fast 3, but it's much more difficult to use consistently. Again, if you're confident in your timing, this is a counter that will catch most Ryokus by surprise. You can also catch Ryoku just after his heavy right finishes. Based on how close he is to you, this is going to multi-hit up to 4 times before he's going to be open. Last but not least is Judgement. Because Judgement relies on single hard hits rather than combos, I've recorded a couple of his balanced tier 3 attacks. Pay attention to their effective range and the opening they can give you to attack. Some Judge players love to poke with his fast 2 tier 2 stab. If you manage to block this, wait for its 3 multi-hits and then hit him back quickly. Judgment's air tier 3 propels him across the arena, and it looks pretty scary, but when it comes down to it, it's really just an air attack still. You can use any fast or balanced attack in the game, and as long as your swords parry, you're going to win the exchange. Some judges will only use heavy sides to crush whoever they're fighting. Watch how his right heavy swings much slower than his left, and try to keep this in mind when you go in for an attack. Attack Judge while he's still recovering from these heavy sides. In this clip, I make sure to wait for the slower heavy right to complete before I go in and attack for myself. And that's all for this video. I can't possibly show every counter in the game, but hopefully this is enough to give you a good starting point, and maybe it'll give you a better chance against some of your toughest matchups. Big shout out to Redmund for helping me record, and to Elmo for helping to set up a server so we could record. If you want to see me and Redmund commentate on some Blade Symphony duels and push games, you should go ahead and subscribe. You might see videos like this from me in the future, so if you have any Blade Symphony themed requests that haven't been done before, leave a comment and I will definitely consider it. Thanks for watching, catch you guys later.